How's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to bring you a preview of the demo for the game Empire in Decay. It is a game developed and published by Siesta Games, and it is a roguelike deck building chess style isometric action adventure something. It's really unique. I did play a little bit of this already, but I kind of can say what already bothers me, but I still want to get into this and kind of do this style of video, so I hope you guys are enjoying this. Again, if you're just trying to see what my thoughts are on the game, you can just jump on into this timestamp right here, but outside of that, let's go ahead and get started in with a new rebellion. Yes, I am okay with starting a new run. So here you can choose your main faction and a secondary faction. Now you only get two different factions to choose from. They kind of give you little bonuses here and there. I haven't really figured out exactly like who's the right one, who's the right one to choose. I think before I chose the guild, or chose the Demerites and the guild like this, but this time I'm going to choose, I'm going to choose the guild and the Demerites, and maybe I can get more fancy thieves and assassins. So you get your normal board like you would in any game, around roguelikes and around deck building, but what is different is you can see here in the bottom right of the corner of the screen there's a chessboard here. So it's kind of a weird it's kind of a weird mix of genres, and like I said, throwing chess into it all kind of seems strange, but let's go ahead and get jumping into this. So this is like their relics. This one is Infantry's Glasses. The first card I play each turn costs 0, which that's really great. That's a free card. I will take it. I can get some money. That's fine with me. And we get our first battle. So let's take a look at how this works. So enemies come out from here and they just charge straight down here, and they're actually trying to fight your rebellion here because they're the evil empire. Let's just say capitalists. I don't know what they are, but let's just say that because that's evil anyways. And they are trying to just crush a rebellion. Now, you can play units from your hand, and they all have different capabilities. Like the Knight Guard here is considered a pawn. So just like pawns in chess, you can move one space at a time. But again, just like pawns in chess, your first move can be 2 spaces. They can attack diagonally, and if they do, if they ever capture like this, like a normal chess piece would, like a knight here, or the explorer, if they did their knight move and they captured a piece, it automatically defeats it. If not, they can attack each turn. So if 2 pawns were next to each other like here and here, they would just strike each other down until they ran out of HP. So it also tells you what their auto attacks are. So it's really small down here, but the knight auto attacks in front of them for 5 damage plus 1 bleeding. The leader does the same. The Knight Guard does 0 damage, it looks like, but he gives them 2 bleeding. Ooh, I can do 2 damage and draw a card. Okay, so obviously the guild is all about stacking bleeding. So this says the first card I play each turn, it costs 0. So it should make this guy free. So, oh, I play here, not here, I guess. That's the last line of defense. So we're going to play him here. Yep, it did cost 0. I wish it would modify the card cost, that way it can guarantee it's going to be 0, but it did work that way. So we're going to play the Knight Guard here, and we're going to play our leader. Our leader acts as the king for our crew. If they're ever defeated, then you lose. You lose the entire run. So it's good to play them, but at the same time, just be careful how you do it. So I'm going to play the coup de main. I don't know if they're trying to be French or not, but we'll find out. Let's do... I can't do 20 damage? Is it only doing 20 damage to my own guys? Well, let's deal 5 damage. Just stack 1 bleeding. Bleeding loses 5 damage times the number of turns left each... What? It says bleeding stacks. Loses 5 times the number of turns left each turn, 1 stack. So I assume it means for every stack of bleeding, it loses 5 health per turn. It's just not worded well, but let's go ahead and end our turn because I don't want to hit my own. Is that really what it's supposed to do? Let's just see. No? Deal 20 damage. Maybe it has to be within a certain... Oh, maybe that's a... I wish I could click on my discard pile and see. But I think maybe this fist here maybe means it has to be within a melee range? I'm not sure. We'll find out. So as you see, they move their normal pieces. They do their auto attack each turn. Now, let's see. Deals 10 damage if applied on an enemy. Pushes an enemy if applied on an ally. And later on that enemy in melee range. Okay. The wordings could use some help. For sure. So let's put our king here. We're gonna go here with our knight. We're gonna put a knight guard here, so another pawn. So he lost, okay, so he did lose 5. So deal 10 damage. So let's take this guy down. Who does he think he is? Okay, so he should die. Because he has 2 stacks of bleeding, so he should lose 5 health per stack, so he should die this turn. Yeah, okay. So there's my auto attack there, him taking damage. So this guy up here is a knight to them. But, like I said, I have a knight of my own. This is actually a terrible idea, because if I capture here, their knight is going to capture my knight in retaliation. So, we are not doing that. Unless I can do something where I potentially can get and drafts a card. I can't, like, unfortunately do something where I can move him back. Well, I kind of already played terribly because if I move a king up, then he's taken. That's a terrible idea. So let's see if I could try to take this guy out. Because if he moves forward, then I can take him with this. Actually, I could go here. No, because then he takes there too. Okay, so I gotta learn how to play chess again, apparently. He's not dead yet. He's gonna die now. Creates 2 invigorating blend cards and adds them to my hand. Recover 40 health and remove debuffs. Applies stun during one turn to the heal. Okay, so that's kind of a handy thing potentially. I'm actually gonna move my knight back here. We're gonna move the king up here. And we're okay with this. Yeah, we're okay with this. I am okay. He did 0 damage but applied 2 bleed, which is a-okay with me. So now the knight is threatening he's threatening my king. And I guess I just noticed now. Oh no, it's highlighting where he can move. Okay. So we are going to take down the pawn. Pawn versus pawn combat. Nice. Visceral, I like it. Oh, and he did damage. Okay. Or he did at least bleed. I think I gotta move my knight, or my king up. So he's not within attack range. Now we're going to keep doing some damage to people. I swear this is... Oh no, okay, he just has to be within melee range. Okay. Let's just outright kill him. Uh-oh. What are you doing? What are we doing? Alright, we zoomed in on him for no real reason. Oh, it's because I clicked into him. I right-clicked into him. Oh, okay. He's gonna probably take my pawn. Yep, there goes my pawn. There's a bishop, and the bishop will attack diagonally. And it's kind of nasty, so we're going to take you out with the automatic kill. Love it. I do like a lot about this game. It's just strange on some of the choices that they made. Let's take him out. And what do we want to do here? Does this mean he's gonna go here, I guess? I guess that's the thing. So, let's see if we can just kill him. We can't. Oh, that was probably a bad idea. I don't need to waste those, because now I'm just gonna flood my deck full of these healing one. Okay, good. There's no friendly fire there. I was a little worried about that. Didn't realize I needed to be worried about that. Ooh. I guess I keep forgetting their goal is not necessarily to take out my king, it's to come here and defeat the rebellion. And it has 100 health up here, so he can kind of do some crazy damage to it if he really wanted to. But with this, we are taking him down. And we are going to move forward. I haven't played a whole bunch of this, but if I can get a little bit further into a match that I think is worth talking about, I will go ahead and zoom to that, and then we'll go to my final thoughts. We're gonna make them all beefy. That way they're doing actual damage per turn instead of just applying bleed stacks. Alright, that's good enough. Guilds. Choose an action card for my deck. Cause 5 bleeding stacks to all units in a 3x3 area. Deal 30 damage. Causes weak during 2 turns to the account. Causes weak during 2 turns to the attacker. I think it's an interesting idea of a game, but it really needs better description. Like, you look at games, and again, this is not going to be a huge knock on this game. This is a demo form. It's got time, but this is something I think should be done. Is that anyone should be able to read what this does, and saying causes weak during 2 turns the attacker is just excessive verbiage. You should just be saying like causes 2 weak or something like that to that effect, where I don't want to just say it because it's like it's the king of everything, but Slay the Spire is so quick to teach you exactly what the cards do, and you know exactly what it means. Like, causes 2 weak. Okay, 2 turns a week is being dealt to them. Cool. You don't have to go through this wordy and kind of slightly confusing description. Now, I'm probably going to take the barbed wire because that's kind of nasty, but that is just something that I think it needs to be looked at. So, oh, it's a smaller battlefield. That will make things a little more interesting. But I think there are some things that could be done better to make things a little bit more clean and clearer. Let's go knight here. Knight takes here. That's fine. Okay, so this also tells me how many waves to expect, which is nice to know. Okay, so we're gonna go knight's take. Knight did not kill? Excuse me? Did I miss something? What? Is it because he had a shield? I couldn't take because he had a shield or something, maybe? I was not paying attention. Well, that makes things interesting. I can't do anything now because I ran out of energy. So I'm going to have to kind of pay attention now. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it is. Maybe it's because they have a shield, they can't be taken. So, like, let's see. I wasn't paying attention the first time. And if that is the case, I wish it would have said something. Or taking. He's gonna die, so it's not a huge deal. Or maybe it's just because, like, I don't know. Okay, so we're going to... Because, let's see, he's got 15 health missing. Yeah, this is great, because this is gonna heal my guys up. Is he burning? Okay. Dang, he loses 10 health. Okay, so he loses 10 attack? Again, this is where the issue of symbols and conciseness comes into play. Does this mean I lose 10 health? Does this mean I lose 10 attack per turn? I assume it means I lose 10 health. But if you're going to say 10 health, then you need a different symbol than what you have for attack. But let's go ahead and put our tracker and our stalker out. No, I can't put them both out. We're gonna put the... Wait, I gotta think. He's gonna come here. Let's go over here. And let's do this to one of those guys. Okay. We got these guys coming in. We got a flame carrier, which is a rook. That's kind of nice. One here. Units with burn receive 10 damage. See, like, that makes more sense than what they have in the other one. Again, still wouldn't say, because it says it loses 10. Yeah, see, like, it should, if it said receives 10 damage per turn, that is a different scenario. But it's just a few quirks, not quite, like, a few quirks that need to be worked out, I think. If I take here, the bishop is right there. We're gonna take here. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. He has shield, and because he has shield, I can't actually take him. Well, that was something. We're gonna go. Play some stalkers over here. I need to put more damage on these guys. Or at least more potential damage. You think this dude is swinging a giant club and he can only do 5 damage. Oh, crap. I didn't think about that. Rip. Oh, man. I was stupid. I don't know what I was thinking. But, I guess with that, let's just kind of roll into what my thoughts were for the game. So, like I mentioned while playing, I think Empire & Decay does a lot well, but has enough small shortcomings that it starts to become a bit problematic. Siesta Games is based in Spain, and because of that the language barrier could explain some of the excessive verbiage when it comes to describing card abilities. However, many games become more or less language agnostic by smart utilization of symbols and concise descriptions. The game also has hit and miss descriptions of things that you come across. For example, while the game is quick to explain burn and poison, it failed to explain that you cannot capture a piece that has a shield. While it could be somewhat self-explanatory, and upon further inspection there is a visual indication of a glow shield effect around a unit, it is hard to see at a glance, and I just wish it did more to better alert or prepare the player for that scenario. Another issue that showed up was the background music. It was an easy decision to lower the volume, as not only was it blaringly loud, but there was not really a real feel of anything other than what I hope is just a placeholder so it's not just dead silent. There is no sense of immersion into the world or even a building of tension that culminates into the enemy king piece or the final wave coming into battle, which would really punctuate each scenario. In the end, my overall thoughts on the game and overall score may be a little harsh, but it feels like Empire & Decay is shackling its own potential through several poor choices in design, and while I may still want to play the full game, I will likely wait to see if these issues can get ironed out before jumping in whenever it does release. But with that, that'll be it for this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and as always, be kind to one another. Shoutouts go to Relativity, Naughty Dog is King, Chaos, and Kamikolo alongside all those subbed to the channel. If you're interested in watching me stream a highly anticipated game, then join in on Thursday at 7 PM Central, but either way, I will see you soon.